A lot of czars all of a sudden, so we want to keep them separate. The climate czar is very different from a reality czar, which apparently we're also getting. The climate czar is not worried about reality, or science for that matter, any of that. The climate czar fights climate change. And if facts or common sense get in the way of that, the climate czar will fight those too. It's the perfect role for John Kerry. John Kerry has devoted his entire life to taking on global warming by contributing as much to global warming as he possibly can. Over the past year, to name just one among many examples, John Kerry's private jet, yes he has one, has spent at least 20 hours in the air, emitting in the process more than 100 metric tons of carbon emissions, much more than you will emit in a lifetime since you don't have a private jet. John Kerry is the kind of leader who leads by negative examples. Well, in 2019, the world finally recognized John Kerry's sacrifice, his enduring commitment to doing precisely what he wants, while preventing you from doing the same. John Kerry was given in recognition of this something called the Arctic Circle Award. That award recognizes his efforts to, quote, tackle environmental matters. Naturally, John Kerry flew all the way to Iceland, that's 3,000 miles away, on his private jet to accept this honor. In his acceptance speech, John Kerry made it very clear that people like John Kerry make him very angry. In order to fight climate change, John Kerry said, we need to do exactly the opposite of what John Kerry himself is doing at the moment.
People are dying around the world because of climate change. I see it in my country. Floods in mid-part of our country that wiped out farms, fires even now in California, mudslides that swallowed up whole homes and people. I get angry when I look at what public responsibility is supposed to be and I don't see people doing it.
There are mudslides and floods and fires, therefore I must have more power, and if you don't give it to me, I will be angry. And to prove that point, John Kerry will personally cause as many mudslides and floods and fires as it takes to wake you up to this problem. That's the cross he's willing to bear. Any questions? Well, at the time, no one had any questions. Actually, they never do. No one in the American media asks questions or thought that speech was weird in any way. But back in 2019, one journalist in Iceland, not yet brainwashed, did have a question. He asked, why did John Kerry fly all the way to Iceland on a private plane? Isn't that a little hypocritical? Now, to our knowledge, no one covered John Kerry's response at the time. It was completely buried. We have it now. You're going to want to see it. This is John Kerry's response.
It's the only choice for somebody like me who is traveling the world to win this battle. I believe the time it takes me to get somewhere, I can't sail across the ocean, I have to fly to meet with people and get things done.
It's the only choice for someone like me. It's the only choice for someone like me. Why do you have a 12,000 square foot house on the water in Nantucket? It's the only choice for someone like me. Not a choice you're allowed to have. None of the rules apply to the people in charge. Obviously, the people in charge are important, you are insignificant, and that's why corporations, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, are seeing record profits right now, even as your life falls apart, even if you run a small business, you get arrested for trying to make a living.